Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating GitHub project, Surface-Stable Fractal Dithering. It's a game changer in 3D graphics, you know?
Yeah, I've been looking at this too. The core idea, dots sticking to surfaces even as they move, sounds incredibly cool. How does it actually work?
Exactly. It's all about dynamically adding and removing dots to maintain consistent dot size and spacing on the screen. Imagine a surface moving closer. The algorithm cleverly adds more dots to keep the visual density the same. It's not just about the visual effect, but the clever algorithm behind it.
So it's not a simple texture mapping trick? This is some serious shader magic, right?
Absolutely. The implementation is in shaders, specifically Dither3 DInclude.cg Inc., which is then used by several other shaders like Dither3 DOpaque.shader and Dither3 DCutout.shader for different rendering needs. It's all very well organized. And there's even a Unity example project included, tested on both 2019.4 and 2022.3.
That's impressive. What about customization? Can you adjust the look of the dithering?
Oh yeah, tons of control. There are parameters for exposure, offset, dot scale, size variability, even a stretch smoothness setting. You can choose between a Bayer style or halftone style dithering, and there are global options like radial compensation for perspective cameras. It's incredibly versatile.
Radial compensation? That sounds crucial for maintaining stability in 3D scenes, especially with rotating cameras. What happens if you disable it?
Well, without it, the dots might appear uneven or distorted as the camera moves, especially at the edges of the screen. It's a key feature for maintaining that surface-stable effect. There's also a quantize layers option, disabling, that can lead to dots abruptly changing size as they appear or disappear.
Interesting. So it's not perfect, but the trade-offs seem worth it for the visual quality. What about the assets provided? Are they just shaders or are there textures too?
Both. There are several 3D textures, Dither 3D 1x1, asset, Dither 3D 2x2, asset, etc., with varying dot densities. But get this, they even include a script, Dither 3D TextureMaker.cs, to generate these textures from scratch. Plus, it creates corresponding PNGs for easier inspection. Pretty neat, huh?
That's really thoughtful of the developer. Makes it easy to experiment and understand the underlying process. And what about the license? Is it open source?
Yes, it's under the Mozilla Public License 2.0. So, you can use it in commercial projects, but any modifications you make need to be shared back with the community. It's a fair and collaborative approach.
A great balance between open source principles and allowing commercial use. This surface-stable fractal dithering looks like a significant contribution to the 3D graphics community. Thanks for breaking it down.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.